The stories coming out of LA right now are absolutely devastating. There are so many people who have lost their homes, and 10 people now have lost their lives. Some of the before and after photos are extremely telling of exactly what's going on. This is Palisades Charter High School. So Palisades right now has the largest fire, the most area burned. It is not contained, and this is what the high school used to look like. This is what it looks like now. This is the Bank of America before and after. The Will Rogers Ranch House at Will Rogers State Park, completely gone. Someone got a picture of Cafe Vita in mid-fire. This is an aerial view of Altadena. This is what it used to look like, and this is what it looks like now. Same as the Pacific Palisades, an aerial view shows all the homes along the ocean, and they're now gone. And this is a picture of the Pacific Coast Highway. The high winds have been the biggest problem, and why it's still going 3 days in. The fires all started at local time on Tuesday there at about 10:30 a.m. The fires are under investigation, but there have been reports of people trying to start new fires. And like I said, the winds, the severe winds are the biggest problem to this. But the other problem has been the dry vegetation, which grew in the recent years all through LA, and the high amounts of precipitation they've had, even though it's January. People had been saying that they ran out of water in LA, and officials say that's not really the case. What ended up happening is they had 4 times the demand over 15 hours straight, and that's what caused all the problems. It was rumored that the fire department budget was also cut, which is kind of true. They cut 2% of the total, but that ended up being 17.6 million. And then additional money was reallocated to the department later last year. The chief said that it was affecting overtime pay, and he did let them know what could happen and how it would affect large-scale emergencies, including wildfires. There have been a ton of people stepping up and lots donating money, including the NHL, who just donated $4 million. Jason Oppenheim of the Oppenheim Group from Selling Sunset also said all his real estate agents will waive their fees for anyone who needs to buy a home. And Mauricio Umansky also said that he's been helping people out and looking into what they can do. A lot of people were reporting that the Hollywood sign was on fire. Turns out that was just AI. The Hollywood sign is safe for now. It's now been reported that 10 people have lost their lives, and some of the stories behind those deaths are starting to come out. One grandfather lived in this home for the last 50 years, and he was found deceased in his bed. He refused to leave the home that he loved so much. A father and son were found deceased in this location. The father had tried to get his son out who had cerebral palsy. They were waiting for an ambulance, and it just never came. The family of Victor Shaw said that he was found deceased in his yard with his garden hose still in his hand. The sister that he lived with said this was their home and that they were supposed to evacuate. He didn't want to leave. He didn't think it was going to get that bad, and he was out trying to fight it when it consumed him. Another family who lost their home said that their grandmother bought this home in the 70s, and 3 generations have now lived in this. A woman and her daughter currently live in this home. The daughter's 32 years old. She said they're absolutely devastated and they don't know where they're going to go. This couple said that they ended up watching their home burn to the ground through their doorbell ring cam. This is what their home looks like now. They said they've lost 40 years of their life. Everything is gone. An 83-year-old woman who lived alone shared that her neighbor ended up saving her. She said she got the call they needed to evacuate and she didn't know what to do or how to begin, so her neighbor showed up and helped her assist her while also assisting their family. She said she's lucky she does have insurance, but that the land she was on would be about $3 million, and she's not able to rebuild something like that. She's not sure what she's going to do, but she thinks she's going to be moving away from the area completely. It seems absolutely unbelievable that these fires are still burning, but it seems like the weather is making it perfect conditions. Neighbors are taking shots of the distance. They're not in danger yet, but all they can see is fire from their homes. LA residents are being asked to conserve water, and they're also being told to boil their water before consumption until further notice.